Hello and welcome to Derry Londonderry, UK City of Culture 2013 with Gemma Walker
and Oren O'Carroll. We're 4 months into our City of Culture year and this little city is alive with cultural activity, as you're about to see.
Coming up on today's show,
we jazz it up as the city prepares for the 12th annual Jazz and Big Band Festival.
International visiting artists deliver on a music promise to the youth of the city.
Can you help us build a portrait of our city?
Hot from Broadway, former professional boxer turned actor John Duddy drops in.
And on the theme of boxing, for the first time ever, Derry hosts the Ulster Elite Boxing Championships.
Jazz was born in New Orleans. It gave the world the first ever drum kit and words like cool and hip.
What it gave Derry was a reason to celebrate. On the first weekend in May each year, the Derry Jazz and Big Band Festival takes over the city. If you're in Ireland, it's the only place to be on May Bank holiday weekend. Here's Derry High on all that jazz.
Again, I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. I could say bella, bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain by mere visitation. So kiss me and say
One of the artists at this year's Jazz Festival is renowned pianist Neil Cowley. He's played for some of the biggest names in music like Adele and Emily Sandé, but this year he's managing to fit in being the City of Culture musician in residence, working with young people across the city. Here he is at a workshop in the Waterside's Clooney Hall.
This city is ridiculously musical. Just to see, groups of young people like this, with their natural musicality, that's a rare thing and that's a unique thing. And I think it needs to be highlighted, it needs to be jumped upon, and it needs to be nurtured.
Having someone like Neil as the musician in residence is an absolute boon. You couldn't ask for a better person. He's so approachable, so talented. It just brings such a weight of experience with him. He's actually in there as like a spark, an inspiration for the young people to show them what is possible with a career in music. And obviously he comes in and plays the piano and has everybody hanging on everything that he does.
Back to the beat, back to the first time.
It's wonderful. Actually, this is the most productive, actually, or the most I've stuck around, because it's been sort of fleeting visits here and there, but this lot are really constructive and creative, and they're at that really good age where you can see they're into music for life. Is that fair to say? Yeah, he's into music for life.
I've been playing piano now for about 2 years, self-taught.
Oh, really? That can be a really good place to start, actually. Because I was taught classically and all that, that kind of malarkey. But if you come at it from a reverse angle, you can become a Thelonious Monk, or you can become someone who's just completely coming at it from such a completely different angle.
YouTube taught me.
YouTube? Oh, really? There you go. YouTube taught me to play piano. You're hearing it here, folks. This is the modern age. 1, 2, 3.
Close enough to start a war. All that I have is on the floor. God only knows what we're fighting for.
It's the first time I've ever actually experienced anything like this, so I'm enjoying it really much. It's really good. I've tried the licks of guitar and bass and piano and stuff like that, so never know, I might end up playing one of them one day.
Stand, hold my own 2 feet.
3.
I won't let you close enough to hurt me. No, I won't.
The Sync programme is actually based on an after-schools basis, so it's from 6 to 8 and 7 to 9 on different nights in 4 different areas around the city. So we're actually getting through 400 young people every week, and we've had him out and about, actually coming in and sitting in and seeing what we're doing first of all, to sort of get him oriented a wee bit within the Nightshop programme. One of the main things we're doing is actually we're building a creative song for the city. The young people are actually going to be generating that, and I've asked Neil, as part of the thing, he's going to be here, he's going to be sort of overseeing the arrangement of that, and basically there's a sort of a creative mentor for that type of process, and actually trying to pull the best out of it that we can possibly get.
I understand now, having done this, what you get from young people, what you get from sharing your experience or your abilities or whatever, for want of a better word, with younger people. You get more from them than probably they get from you, because you just get a sense of nothing to do with me, but there is a legacy continuing forward, and also, you can get a bit too pro to find magic, unfettered and corrupted magic, musical magic, is inspiring. It inspires you to go on and refine the magic.
Neil Cowley's here as part of the Music Promise. The Music Promise is a year-long programme where visiting artists take time out to work with young people, passing on real skills and experience. As we'll see now, well-known Irish traditional group Goitse held a great workshop with young people at the Trad on Campus Day at McGee College.
2, 3, 4.
Promise is our City of Culture's promise to our children and young people, to put music and creativity at the heart of their learning and the heart of their communities this year. So the Music Promise embraces everything from those who are very gifted and talented, who will have their learning supercharged, right through to those who have never had a musical experience before.
I applied for funding on behalf of the Traditional Music Society in McGinty through the Music Promise programme and the Small Grants programme through City of Culture.
And then the start of the second part is. Well, I think we're all teaching our individual instruments. It depends what they want out of the workshop. Some people like to come and get a few new tunes, some modern, some old, and some people like to work on what they have already, so we leave it up to them.
I guess we're just delighted to be up here now on this great day that it is, and get in now, teach it some of the stuff that we've been doing here, and maybe kind of pass on what we've been doing as part of this Music Promise.
I do think that it is important for other people to interact and play, and you can definitely pick up, even if it's a bit of ornamentation or a variation or something, you can pick up something.
My dad's from just up the road from Buncrana, so I used to come over here on a lot of summers, and yeah, just got hooked on the music. There's a load of fantastic musicians from up that way, so yeah, just got to listening to it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good stuff. Brilliant. For me, the Music Promise scheme is brilliant because without people sharing or passing on their music, I wouldn't have been able to learn my music. I would have obviously had to ask someone to teach me something. So I think it's equally important and equally fair that I pass on whatever knowledge I have, whether it be good, bad or indifferent, onto the next person, and hopefully then they can make their own way in the music world.
The four main strands of the Music Promise are our younger years, 3 to 8-year-olds, our special needs and disability, our gifted and talented, and our more disengaged youngsters in communities. Every school has been funded, and we're so happy that we're able to reach out to everyone in the city who wants to have a musical experience this year.
As you can imagine, we've a packed programme of events month on month throughout our City of Culture year.
So much so, it's impossible to cram it all into one show. Here's some of the highlights from the past month.
The theme of this year's St Patrick's Day Parade was all kinds of everything. Community groups from across the city made for a spectacular display of colour through the streets.
The Northwest Regional College hosted a major fashion event. Off-the-cuff showcased designs from fashion students across Northern Ireland.
London Symphony Orchestra had a treat for film fans, playing John Williams music for movies like Indiana Jones and E.T. at the venue.
The Royal Ballet graced the Millennium Forum, accompanied by the Ulster Orchestra with excerpts from Swan Lake, performed by County Down-born Melissa Hamilton.
The Nazareth House Primary School children dusted off the old hymn book to record a CD of traditional songs of praise in Christchurch.
And Friar Alessandro, the internationally acclaimed Italian tenor monk, performed at the Pope John Paul Awards in the Millennium Forum.
As you can see, there's been lots happening, and later on we'll be previewing many more upcoming events.
Now, Shane McCaul has news of a fantastic project that you might be able to help with.
Welcome to Rathmore Retail and Business Centre. Built on Craigan Hill on the west bank of the Foyle, this is where Portrait of a City is based. Here, pictures, film footage and stories are gathered from all over the world, mainly from Derry people or people with some connection to the city. They're creating the largest community archive ever of Derry Londonderry and the surrounding area, a social history for future generations. I'm going to drop in and have a chat with the guys to see how it's all coming together. Get a pen at the ready, because you could help out too.
We're looking to build the largest digital community archive for the city. We're looking for photographs, film, audio, any kind of AV material you can think of. We're digitising it all for free, and then we're putting it online onto this massive digital archive. It'll be available to the city for years to come.
Obviously, you're pulling in loads of stuff from the local area and around the rural parts around Derry, but there's a massive international aspect to this as well.
We're trying to engage with all of these kind of diaspora communities, the UK, the USA, Mexico, France, anywhere where we can get in contact with the diaspora. We're very, very keen to see some of the images that they have of the city, whether they be people who have emigrated or whether they be people that just came on holiday. What were their impressions of the city? What are their memories?
What they're doing here?
As well as the famous images of the town, I'm particularly interested in just getting ordinary citizens' photographs.
The day-to-day life and workings.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and this is interesting from all sorts of kind of views. You know, even I find that even looking at the wallpaper fascinating.
Yeah,
you know, and the sort of furniture people had in their homes and what have you. So there's a good range. I mean, there's everything from wedding days, wedding photographs, christenings, the kids out playing on the street. Lisfannon is in County Donegal. That's the beach where a lot of Derry folk spend their summer holidays.
Still very popular.
Oh, I mean, Donegal is Derry's natural kind of hinterland. People are fascinated by history, and anything that we can do to tell that story on their behalf, it's great.
I can show you this. This is Eamon de Valera's visit to Derry, and I think it's 1947, so in the 1940s. This comes from a guy called McCaul. It's now, the rights are managed by his brother or whatever. And, it shows Eamon de Valera coming into Derry, and they meet him at the border. And we've since been told that he drives around in an open top car, you know, and we've been told that in order to get that car, they had to take a proper taxi or something like that and actually cut the roof off and fix it up. But it's a real historic piece of footage, you know, seeing Eamon de Valera in Derry.
Anyone that has any interest in Derry and any photographic evidence at all, we'd love to hear from them.
And how would people get in touch then?
Well, we have a Facebook page, so you can find us under BT Portrait of a City, so we're very active on that. You can connect with us there. But you can also just find us on the website, so it's btportraitofacity.com. You can find all our phone numbers and email details there, and we're very, very happy to talk to anyone.
Thanks, Shane. And that website again is btportraitofacity.com. Now, fresh from a successful run on Broadway, For Love premiered its Irish tour at Derry's Playhouse last week. It's a story of three women struggling to make their way in an economically depressed modern-day Dublin. Derryman and former professional boxer, now actor, John Duddy, who resides in New York, is the only man cast in the play. Gemma caught up with him during rehearsals at the Playhouse.
It must be great being free.
How do you mean free?
Being an artist, like.
Oh, aye.
What sort of art?
I paint. Paintings.
Oh. And I suppose you'd make a good living on your paintings, you would.
Have you seen my bank balance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
You should see my
no,
paintings.
I just wondered why anyone in the grand scheme.
It's an Irish play based in Dublin about Irish people looking for love. Three ladies and a male individual, which is in there in the mix, unfortunately, which is me. And the New York audiences, which were premiered, seem to take to it. We've got a chance now to come back home to Ireland. We're starting off now here in the Playhouse in Derry.
Great.
We're doing a tour around Ireland. We're going to Belfast, Dublin, Waterford, Galway. I think it's a breath of fresh air because most New York audiences and American audiences are used to plays from Ireland to do with the troubles and drugs and sad and striving, things like that. And this is, it's kind of heartbreaking and it's striving, but it's all to do what every common person, normal person looks for in their life, and that is love.
So everybody can identify with it.
That one, we're all looking for that one person that makes us feel complete.
Absolutely.
And that's what the story's about.
Acting is obviously a change from the boxing.
Yes.
Tell us about that. You were known as John Duddy, the local boxing hero, for a long time, so is that completely over for you now then?
I was a professional boxer for 8.5 years. I was an amateur boxer for nearly 13 years. And I think that I was born into the sport. I loved the sport. I was very looking back on it, I'm surprised with whatever I was able to achieve and what I did. And I'm glad I did that, and I fulfilled what I wanted to achieve and much, much more. But it's over. I don't have it no more. It doesn't make me happy. And luckily enough, when I retired from boxing, I got a phone call about being in a play. And what I found fascinating about it was that whenever I walked away from the sport that I grew up doing, all of a sudden we're doing something that I knew nothing about. I started feeling the same way about it. Nerves, butterflies. I feel like I'm a kid again. I'm nervous when I come to work. And I mean, if I wasn't nervous, I wouldn't be doing it. That's why we do it. You know, you challenge yourself, and it's amazing.
And has performing on a little stage in your hometown in front of friends and family, because it was opening night last night here, was that more scary for you because you're in an intimate setting with friends and family?
Last night was amazing for me to do it in front of my parents, my friends, my brothers and sisters of school and primary school and things like that. You know, the last time I was here, they see me getting punched in the face. Now they see me talking and saying stuff that probably I would never say, and it's nice to see that they enjoy it. What are we going to say?
Do you do this a lot?
This?
Yeah,
Like?
in your car.
What?
With
Other bank tellers, you mean? Kidnap them and take them to Phoenix Park? What do you think? I've been looking forward to this all week.
Boxing is a huge part of Derry life. While John's left it all behind, the amateur boxing scene in the city is thriving. The Ulster Elite Amateur Boxing finals came to the city for the first time ever. Our cameras were there to catch all the action.
This is the first time in the history of the Ulster Boxing Championships that they've been moved out of Belfast, thankfully for a good reason, for the City of Culture for 2013. So it's a great night for Ulster Boxing to move the boxing out to the people and include the people and include the clubs, and to bring clubs from other areas down to this wonderful city here.
Just these Ulsters, you know, the preliminaries and the semi-finals and stuff, it was good fights, good hard fights to get to here, so thankful I'm here now. I need to take it home with me and just win it. Just land and rock the boat, just flat out.
Well, my great granddad, Spider Kelly, he was a boxer, so I went to a club one time and met Kevin McCaul, and then I just stayed there ever since, 11 years ago. Just keep a centre ring and just keep busy and put the pressure on, and then just let the rounds do the work.
Well, this is the biggest year, this is the Ulster final, but I've had about 20 fights, just under 20 fights. Confident, very confident. It's my night.
Are you nervous though?
No, not at all.
I've had about 10 fights and 7 wins. Can't wait to get in there and get it over and done with.
Boy, be a wee happy boxer, and that's it.
I'm feeling good, but I'm not really worried if I could beat or if I win. I'm just out there for the experience. I'm only 17 after all.
It does bring back good memories because I'm two-time Ulster Senior Champion. I see the guys fighting in the championships in the finals tonight are going to be very nervous and fighting the biggest fight of their life so far, I think. So they'll be all looking forward to it, but they'll all be very nervous. And it's a great venue here. It's the first venue I've seen like this for an Ulster Championships. So it's really special, I think.
I seen the athletes coming in and they were totally amazed at the whole surroundings, and it makes it special for them. It adds to their experience. It's like many other sports. It comprises of people who do everything voluntary, who put their hand in their pocket, who take their time out of their family to give back to our kids.
This here competition is also a preparation plan for the boxers in the lead into the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in 2014. So it's a major learning curve for many of the young boxers at youth and junior level that are progressing through.
I love the broad stroke of culture. I love it that there's lots of young people in here tonight who may never have been in this venue otherwise if it wasn't for their involvement in boxing. And all inclusive, I say, and the more the merrier.
Another great event at the venue, and we'll be featuring more big sporting events throughout the year.
Time now to take a look at what's coming up in the UK City of Culture in the months ahead.
In June, the Walled City Marathon returns for the first time in 28 years. Interest in this event has been huge, and the 26-mile route will take in all sites of the historic city.
We're going back to the 70s and the heady disco days in July when Chic featuring Nile Rodgers play the venue.
The Carnival of Colours brings the best of international street theatres in Collins Park for 2 days in June.
And it's a first for Ireland in August when Ebrington hosts the Walled City Tattoo, bringing a 600-strong cast of traditional Irish, Scottish and international music, song, dance and theatre.
We're going to leave you now with a special treat. Specially commissioned for the UK City of Culture, this is Mairead, Carlin and Damian McGinty with Silver City's Rise.
From the pleasant surroundings of the Craft Village, until next month, from the City of Culture, it's goodbye.
Bye-bye.